The times we're living in possess some of the greatest opportunities in history. With technological advances and the massive amount of new startups, there's no shortage of opportunities to start a business and grow it and gain massive wealth. Hey guys, my name is Ben Foulon, and in this video, I'm going to be going over the upcoming 2022 recession and how the financial decisions you make in the next 12 to 24 months will shape the rest of your life. And if you like this video or you learned something, please hit the like button and comment. It really helps the algorithm and it really make my day. Now, it's no surprise that we're heading into a recession. The US Department of Commerce just announced that the GDP decreased for the second quarter in a row, which generally means that we are in a recession. Now, you may be asking, what is a recession? A recession is a significant, widespread, and prolonged downturn in economic activity that typically produce declines in economic output, consumer demand, and employment. Now, as of this recording, the presidential administration is saying that we are not in a recession due to there not being a rise in unemployment. However, most economists agree that since we have been in a decline for the past 6 months and stocks are down generally 20%, that we are in a recession. But being in a recession really isn't a bad thing. I know most people think recessions are bad and it's a time to lose money, but there's actually a lot of potential in there. Some of the biggest companies in history were started during a recession. Companies like Netflix, Microsoft, Airbnb, and Disney were all started during national or global recessions. And one of the main reasons why those companies grew to be so big is because they took a chance when their competition didn't, which meant that their business could grow easier because there were less businesses competing against them. Companies like Netflix began because they realized that people were sitting at home pretty often and they needed some form of entertainment because they weren't wanting to go out and spend money. Or Airbnb, who saw people who lost their jobs were looking a way to make some side money and they would have extra room in their homes that they would just rent out. These companies were started by people who were able to see past the economic fear and see how they can benefit from it by giving people the service that they needed. Many people think that if you start a business or you own a small business that you'll shut down during a recession since people spend less money. And there is some truth to that. However, being smart with your finances and being able to see where the market is going, you'll be able to grow your business incredibly quickly. And one of the things you'll have to learn is how to generate income while people and consumers are spending less. And one of the ways you can do that is by competing for people's attention and not as much their money. Because if people are spending less money, instead of going out on a Friday night to go to a concert, they're going to stay at home and watch Netflix or YouTube or something like that. And if your content is grabbing people's attention, you'll be making money from AdSense instead of trying to sell them a product or a service. The content industry is one of the best recession-proof industries because it doesn't rely on people spending their money, but on them giving you their attention. And the best part is you can really start a channel on anything. If you're interested in the ocean or animals, you can start a channel on that. If you're interested in video games, you can start a channel on that. Or if you're a small business and you already have a store up and running, you can use the YouTube channel to drive traffic to your store where then people can buy your products and service. That way it's a form of free advertising, so you're spending less but still generating traffic. Now, the next thing to note, and this is probably the most important, is to actually realize the financial opportunities that are in front of you. Most of the people who watch my videos are between the ages of 17 to 24, and for people our age, now is the most important time to invest our money, because the longer your money is invested in something like the stock market, the more it'll make. For example, say you're 20 years old, you work really hard, you got a second job, you drive for Uber, and you're able to save up an extra $400 every single month to put into the stock market. Now, because of compound interest, by the time you're 65, that number will come out to be $3,450,743. And that's just for investing $400 a month, which is $100 a week, which is pretty reasonable for most of us. But here's the thing. Imagine if you graduated college, you postponed on investing because you wanted to pay off student loans and maybe travel a bit more, and you didn't start investing until you were 30. And starting at 30, you put $800, so twice as much money every single month. Start putting $800 into the market until you're 65. Now that will only come out to be $2.6 million, which is a good amount of money, but you'd be losing out on $800,000 and you would end up be investing twice as much, $800 a month compared to the $400 a month. That's why billionaires like Warren Buffett say not to put so much effort on timing the market, but just to put your money in the market and wait, because the longer it's in there, the more it will make. And now is the perfect time to start investing because, like I said earlier, stocks are down approximately 20% from the beginning of this year, which means they're on sale. And I do find it kind of funny that stocks are the only thing people are hesitant to buy when they go on sale. But that should be really motivating for us, because instead of spending 3 hours watching Netflix in an afternoon, you can find a way to go out and make an extra $100 by pressure washing or dog walking or doing whatever you have to do, because more millionaires millionaires are made during recessions than any time in history. Now, the final area that you should focus on is in real estate. And this is an area I'm actually putting a lot of focus on personally. I'm in the process of buying an investment property in Florida. And even with high interest rates, now is a great time to buy a home. And that's for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that there's less competition. There aren't as many crazy bidding wars where homes are going $70,000 above asking price anymore. Instead, we're actually seeing homes that sell below asking price and are willing to negotiate on repairs and closing costs. And that's because there are far less people looking to buy a home than there were previously. And even though interest rates are higher, prices are getting lower. And something that a lot of buyers don't know is you can actually buy a lower interest rate. So really higher interest rates aren't that bad, especially when it means that we can get the home for cheaper and negotiate on repairs. And this topic of the upcoming recession and all the opportunities coming towards us remind me of one of my favorite quotes. And it says to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. And that quote is from Warren Buffett, who's actually in the process of buying billions of dollars worth of stocks and ETFs. Because right now, a lot of people are fearful of a recession, but he knows that now is the time to go all in. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave it a like, and why not subscribe as well? It would mean a lot. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.